Hello, everyone. I am Ryan Clifton Boland. Thank you for joining me. Walt Disney, as you all know, the modern Walt Disney has just gone crazy. Okay, with this push to promote transgenderism upon our young people, not upon the consenting adults, but upon young people. And case in point, there's a series that's supposed to be coming out or is out right now that is pushing this idea of transgenderism with a child and the teacher in support of this child wanting to become, I think, a boy, and that the teacher who, and I'm going to get into this a little later, who supports this child's decision to become a boy, I believe a boy, and the teacher, the teacher basically paints the parents as evil and racist and bigoted. So it's just crazy. It's just crazy. But it goes to show you that there is an intensive attempt to get at our young people. I believe that we really need to protect our young people. I really believe we need to protect our young people. So listen, let's get into this article. Let's get into this article. We're going to dissect this. We're going to dissect this because this is just going crazy, man. It's just going crazy. One has to wonder why Walt Disney is pushing this transgender stuff on our young people. But I'm going to give my views on that. I've done this before, but I'm going to give my views on that a little later. The title of this article is Disney, ABC drama paints parent of trans teen as racist, teacher as hero who, quote, gets it. Okay. A recent episode of the ABC drama A Million Little Things featured a parent reticent to allow his child to indulge in transgenderism being portrayed as a bigot, while a teacher who supports the student's transition is treated as a hero. Disney owns ABC. See, here you go. You start seeing when Disney start taking over stuff, buying stuff up, watch out. Because they have gone all the way to the far radical left. The episode airs as Disney continues to push its radical LGBTQ agenda. Now, before I go any further into this, you can find a link to this article in the description box below. But when you go to the title page and then look up the actual article, it's so crazy because they have a picture of the teen on the left hand side and a picture of, I believe, to be the teacher on the right. The teen is smiling, right? And the teacher has his finger and he's pointing at the child. And I'm assuming he's agreeing with the child, whatever the case may be. But guess what race this teacher is? A black man. A black man. And when I saw this picture, I said, I knew right away what the filmmakers were trying to do. Present blacks as these just, they're the arbiters of righteousness and all of this, and they're just, man, come on. I can see right at the back what they're trying to do. I don't know how anyone's stomach's watching this, but let's go further into this. Let's find out exactly how many people actually are watching this type of stuff. Let's go on. In the episode Out of Hiding series, regular Rome Howard, Romany Malco, these names, I'm not good with names. A teacher at a prep school is discussing his upcoming parent-teacher conference with his wife, Regina, when he mentions that a young female student of his named Madison wants to be called Maddox because she doesn't want to be a girl anymore. So that's what it is, okay? Rome says he is worried because Madison's parents do not support their child's transition, but Rome does. During the episode, Madison appeals to Rome because he gets it. Madison asks Rome to explain to her parents that she does not want to be thought of as their little girl. During the encounter in the classroom, Madison tells Rome, "It's my parents. They're not like you about it. I chose Maddox because it feels right." See, it's all about feeling. Go with what you feel. Don't go with the facts. Go with what you feel. If it feels good, do it. But it's also at least similar to the name that they gave me. I thought it would be easier on them, but I was way off. Madison then adds, I've tried to tell them that I've always been like this, but they only see me as their little girl. So I was wondering, do you think that you could talk to my parents for me at your conference today? I mean, maybe if Clark and Isabella hear it from an adult who gets it, they'll start to understand. You know what's crazy about this is that they have this child, this teenager, supposedly written as if they just fully understand and grasp the concept of transgenderism. I feel like I want to be a boy or a girl or whatever, and so I'm going to be that, and I'm in touch with this reality, okay? And if my parents don't understand it, that's because they just don't get it. They'll soon start to understand. Upon hearing the name of the child's parents, Rome has a flashback to his own school days, and wouldn't you know it, Clark, a white man, was a racist as a student. So I'm going to skip some of this because I want to read. You can read the rest of this article because this to me is stomach churning. You can read the rest of this article in the description box below. But I want to go to the statistical portion of this article and show you just how many people are actually watching this program. Now it says. Still, as Newsbusters revealed, the plot line may not be as much of a hit with ABC's viewers. Gee, I wonder why. Since the transgender theme was introduced, A Million Little Things has been hemorrhaging viewers. Indeed, Wednesday's episode was another low and earned the series one of its lowest ratings ever, losing 24% in the key demo and a 15 to 35% decline overall. It was also second to last in ratings among every show airing on all networks that night. But the transgender theme of the series' fourth season fits right in with Disney's continued attacks on Florida for its parental rights in education law that prevents school children from preschool to kindergarten to third grade from being exposed to controversial gender identity politics and age-inappropriate conversations about sexuality in school. And that's just it on there. You can read the rest of that article if you want to in the description box below. But the numbers tell you right then and there. The numbers tell you right then, and I've said this in previous videos over and over again. Let me give a disclaimer. Disclaimer. As a consenting adult, that's your choice. You're a grown man. You're a grown woman. If you want to be transgender, if you want to be gay, that is your choice. I don't agree with it and I don't support it, but that's my choice as an American citizen. Last I checked, I was raised and born in America, and I studied the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. And last I checked, I had a freedom of religion, freedom of speech, which is basically freedom of my own opinion. You can agree or you can disagree. It is what it is. Okay, freedom to be what I want to be, pursuit of happiness and all that kind of good stuff. Okay, if that's what makes you happy, fine, as a consenting adult. But when you have corporations like Disney and others pushing this radical agenda on children, that is wrong. There is no way in my book to justify it. That's why I do what I do. Okay, now, having said that, the numbers show, I just read you the statistics. The numbers show that a significant number of people are not in support of this. They don't want to see this kind of stuff. And let me tell you something too that's crazy to me. And I know you've all heard the show, the Chucky series, which I love the Chucky movies. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I've always been a horror fan. I know that's a problem with some people, but I've always been a big horror fan. And I like the Chucky movies. Well, they just had the Chucky series. I think it's just called Chucky, whatever. But anyway, I watched the first few episodes. Great show. I liked it. But I found out something that I didn't know. When they were interviewing the writers and the directors and a group of kids all around it, come find out that the main character is gay. I'm like, what? The main character that Chucky befriends is gay, right? He's a teenager and he's gay. Now, my question was, number one, why would you make the main character gay? Now, they had an interview with either, I think, the director or the writer. He was being interviewed, and a group of kids is all around him, young people is all around him. He's like, I thought it was just, and I'm paraphrasing his words, I thought it was just a good thing to have the main character be gay because those people are rejected and they're ostracized and they're marginalized and this, that, and the other. And I said to myself, but why would you have to make them gay? You can be marginalized and rejected and not be gay. The average teenager doesn't go that way. You may have some, but that's a small number. When I was coming up as a teenager, I was rejected by the vast majority of the people, and I was ostracized and marginalized. But I wasn't gay. The reason why they rejected me and I was kind of like, because they considered me to be a nerd because I was into horror movies. I was buying Fangoria magazines. I didn't have a whole lot of friends. On the school bus, I always sat in the front. All the cool people sat in the back and all the nerds sat in the front. So I was considered to be a nerd. So I was considered a reject by all the cool people. Back then, we called them cooties. All the cooties sat in the back and the nerds sat in the front. So I was considered to be a reject. Most kids back in the days were considered rejects because they weren't a part of the cootie group. But it wasn't because they were gay. It wasn't because of that. Because that was a small number. And it's a small number today. So you didn't have to make the main character to be gay. What I believe, in my opinion, they made them that way to push this agenda on the young people. To try to blow up that lifestyle to make it look like all of them are like that. That's a lie. The numbers don't lie. Real numbers don't lie. So having said that, this is bogus. And the way I think that parents and adults can prevent this is to stop paying for Disney products. Cancel your subscription. Cancel your subscription. You don't need them. And if they're going to stand, let them stand by letting George Soros or whoever, whatever far left radical group finances them, let them finance them. But don't finance these people if you care, in my opinion, if you care anything about if people care anything about their children, okay, let me put it to you like that. If people care anything about their children, then they shouldn't finance the present day Walt Disney right now. Because quiet as it may be kept, this stuff does affect young people's minds. They have impressionable minds. They're highly influential. They imitate the stuff they see and hear. And if you don't talk to them, if you don't teach them, they're going to embrace that kind of stuff. They will. That's why I believe parents have to teach. That's why I believe parents have to instruct their young people, their children, because parents can't assume that they're going to know automatically. They can't assume that they have to teach them. And that's why these far leftist radical groups are coming after parents, because they don't want the parents to teach their children what's right. They don't want the parents to teach their children the right direction to go. And as I said before in the closing of this video, I personally believe in a definite right and a definite wrong. Some things may be neutral, but there's a lot of things that are right and a lot of things that are wrong. And this is wrong, period. It isn't, it's your opinion. No, I don't believe that. No, it's wrong. You corrupting our children and you need to be exposed, Walt Disney. Stop it. Bottom line. Cancel your subscription. If you got this subscription, cancel it. I don't think I have a Walt Disney subscription. If I do, I'm canceling them jokers. If they bought such and such, I'm canceling them. Or if I see any of that kind of mess in any of the movies that I'm watching, that's it. It's over. I don't need you. Okay. So I just wanted to say that. What do you guys think about this article? Leave your comments in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button, share this video, and subscribe. God bless you all and see you again.